So here we are.
We're live.
It's way too early on Sunday morning.
That's right.
Some of us have been up close to 24 hours now.
That would be George.
Sleep.
Yeah. Now, real quick, we're going to give a shout out.
No.
A happy birthday.
No, we really do wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah, we really do.
Wait.
What?
Wait, which one of us really wishes him a happy birthday?
Jimmy? Look. We're going to give a happy birthday to Mason Chance 333. It was his birthday actually last week, I believe, or early this week. And then we're going to give a shout out to Dishwasher 74.
Buddy.
We have a whole new interface on our homepage.
We do?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube grew up for all
Yes.
your people. It's like the adult YouTube. If you don't like
It is.
YouTube, that means you're probably like 8 or 9 now, so get the f off.
It's really cool. So it makes it really easy. All of our videos kind of roll, all our recent videos. The cool thing about it is that we have a podcast now. Thanks to this motherfucker right here. I cannot believe it. He went out and just said, fuck it, I'm doing it. Because people were talking about it.
Yeah, shocking.
We have a podcast. You go to our homepage, you'll see where you can click on it to go get to download our podcast.
And one shout out, and I want to thank you.
What happened?
I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you trying to sink them or I
can't even get to the T.
I know. George is sleep.
I want to thank Karina in Japan because she was like the third person in a row who's like, y'all have a podcast? And she actually downloads our podcast.
Karina,
we only have one
we
up,
love you.
so relax.
Yes.
What you'll need to understand is the show video format will be posted first.
And we are getting to the Cotto Margarito fight.
And once that's up on YouTube, then I will take it and turn it into a podcast for you people who want to listen to it on their way to work, like Karina in Japan. And, yeah.
Okay. Now...
Watch out, Joe Rogan. Here comes the Uncut Sports Show.
Kevin's like, shut up.
Twitter. If you go to the homepage, you click on that. You can.
Oh shit, we got Twitters.
We've got some Twitters. You can follow us on Twitter, and you guys can get on, become a fan of ours on the Facebook.
Is the marketing minute over yet?
No,
It's
and for you
done.
monkeys who don't understand, let me get this out of the way real quick. For you new people, you will see no video footage. You will see no fight footage. You won't see clips, music clips, people dancing, unless it's Jimmy's cousins. Now, here's the other thing. When Kevin and I reply to things, we put our name because there are two of us.
Two of us.
Hence the reason I put my name after things, so you know who you're talking to.
Yeah, you'll see K-Dub after stuff, even on Twitter. If it's just a reply on Twitter, it's George. George is on the Twitter probably 90% of the time.
I saw K-Dub lit me up on the...
Oh, yeah.
On the YouTube boards this week.
That shit was just sitting out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You didn't see where I lit Jimmy up? Oh, I did. Oh, it was like a comment. What was it?
I don't remember the specifics. I just was looking for the name, and I found the name.
You know motherfuckers are rolling eyes when these motherfuckers going to talk about the fight. Okay, we are right now. Yeah. Cotto versus Margarito 2 was tonight, and it ended.
Now, for all you people who want to tell me that Cotto's, I mean, all y'all out there who are boxing experts, because I am not one, Cotto looked like a boxer tonight, did he not?
Yes.
If he didn't look like a boxer tonight, can you please tell me what a boxer looks like? Because he wasn't brawling. Yeah. He was hitting, moving. He was light on his toes. He used the whole ring. Toward the end of it, he looked more like a brawler when he just put his head down and bowled Margarito across the ring. Yeah. But he did that at the end when Margarito was going, "Arr!"
Yeah, he was.
I mean, if you had a chance to see the first fight and see this fight,
Margarito saw part of it.
He really did. The first 6 rounds looked almost identical to. The first 6 rounds looked almost identical to the first fight.
Minus a swollen eye.
Minus a swollen eye. But the one thing that you did notice is when they locked up and Margarito was throwing those looping body shots or hitting him in the body, it was not affecting Miguel Cotto like it did in the first fight. So that's going to raise the big question, okay, was his gloves loaded? I have to say, I think they were fucking loaded because it was a big difference.
Not just loaded, but effing loaded.
Fucking loaded. Because Margarito's shots did not look as effective on Cotto. And like he said at the end of the post-fight interview, I'm standing. You know, he fought an incredible fight. He did everything he had to do. He tagged him. He didn't even really utilize his left hook that much when they locked up, but he still fucking just outclassed Margarito tonight and got the TKO in the 10th.
Well, what I'd like to ask you two and all you fans out there is, what is the chance of us seeing a third fight? Because it seems like any time in boxing, after you split, you gotta have to have the third fight. I personally don't think there needs to be a third fight because Margarito after this really needs to assess his eye, dude.
Yeah, it's a major issue. I don't know if really, you know, from a medical standpoint, should he fight again?
If I'm not sanctioning him in any state of the box.
I mean, it's true. Like I would have liked to seen the fight if his eye wasn't an issue. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been a more interesting fight, but you know that eye closed up what in the 4th or 5th round.
It literally. that fourth round,
pussy.
as soon as it got lit up, it was shut. I mean, at the end of that fourth round.
That's old Fred Sanford shit. It ain't looking at me, old pussy eye. But yeah, his shit was pretty much.
So what are the chances of there being a third fight?
Huh?
What do you, if you had to give a percentage shot at there being a third fight?
I don't think it's going to happen.
I'd say
0.
I'd say 20%.
20. Yeah, that's a good percentage.
I mean, I just think that, and you could tell by Cotto's remarks after the fight, he is not really interested in fighting him again. He doesn't feel that he needs to. I think he feels he vindicated himself from the previous fight.
Yeah, I mean, if they can't, a fight I would think would be interesting. If they can't make the Mayweather Pacquiao, it seems like there's always something with one of the camps. Somebody's fucking up or Aaron. Something always fucked up with it. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh,
do you know how many seniors they have on that team, by the way?
Oh yeah, by the way, George, no matter what we've talked about tonight, he's found some way to interrupt us and shit. We're talking about cancer and all fucked up shit, and talk about, do you know that LSU Tigers only have 5 seniors on their team?
They don't
he
have
is
many.
so excited. We're going to get to NCAA football, but
That
I was
seems like
getting
a
to the
good
point. You know what?
Oh,
Fuck
no.
it. Let's just no. But real quick, I would like to see. I wouldn't mind seeing Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight Miguel Cotto. If no other fight could materialize, I think it'd be an interesting.
Have they ever fought?
Huh?
Have they ever fought?
No.
Miguel Cotto's never fought Floyd Mayweather Jr.
No.
Oh,
No, he's had 2 losses. His first loss was to Margarito, and his second loss was to Pacquiao. He's never fought.
so why doesn't he fight Cotto?
I think it would be a great fight.
He seems light on his feet.
Yeah, he's nasty.
But I'm sorry, he's not a boxer. He's a brawler.
Whatever, man.
that's
Anyway, let's
horseshit,
move on to
Batman.
NCAA football, which it was championship weekend up in this
yeah.
motherfucker. And you know what? A lot of
Big
teams.
weekend.
Honey Badger don't give a shit.
Yep, and they
or a
basically
fuck or a
told
good
Georgia,
goddamn.
Gotta go, man. Beat it.
Dude, they spotted Georgia. What was it? 21 points.
10
points.
They spotted him 10 points, and it was.
And
a
then
wrap
put
after
42 on them.
It should have been
Unanswered.
21.
Was it?
Oh, dude,
Unanswered.
Georgia should. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
they
there was
rattled off.
there was 2 touchdowns dropped early
Yeah.
by Georgia.
And then
Wow.
And then the Honey Badger in the gang
He
and
didn't
Les
give a shit.
Miles. No.
Yeah.
And
the
then they
honey
put-
badger is nasty.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. I know the last time we were even seriously considering a defensive player for the Heisman was Charles Woodson.
No, it was Sue.
Charles Woodson had a legitimate shot because he actually won
Well,
it.
yeah, he
Did
did.
Sue?
Yeah,
did
but-
Sue get any votes?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
was
think he
second.
finished like it was the
He
second or
runner-up,
third.
yeah.
Like I said, Charles Woodson was the last person.
But even seeing a defensive player in the mix, I mean, you got to
Right.
say
A
it.
Honey Badger at least should have gotten it. After this performance, he at least gets to go hang out with the guys.
He'll get to hang out with the guys, but you know what?
Nah,
It's not going to matter because
no,
Trent
'cause-
Richardson's getting
right.
shit.
But
He's
the
straight.
Honey Badger won the game hands down.
Now let's talk about
That
the
boy
conference
bad.
championship games. Let's start with the Big Easy, the Big East, actually.
There was no championship game.
It's just going to sleep. Wasn't a championship game, but West Virginia.
Sadly, they do get a BCS bid.
they
I
do,
mean,
and it will be. It looks like it's going to be. West Virginia did what they had to do. Cincinnati did what they had to do. But it looks like West Virginia is probably going to end up with a higher BCS standing.
And the Big East in football is some doo-doo.
Yeah, and it looks like they'll probably get the bid. West
But
Virginia.
now, when Pitt leaves and Syracuse leaves, are they taking their football programs with them?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're going to be gone.
yeah, they'll
Yeah.
be out of there.
they might want to reconsider the Big East getting an automatic bid because it's got to be some
Well, they
kind
might
of.
lose it.
They should.
Right.
You know, and one of those super conferences from fucking the parts of the galaxy might get it. Now, going to Conference USA. Now, I'm going to tell you what.
Ooh.
Houston,
Was
the Cougars.
They were
have
the
a problem.
sixth ranked team in the nation. They look like the 66th ranked team in the nation. They looked horrible.
The Southern Miss was like, gotta go, bitches, gotta go. And you know what they said? Not only do you motherfuckers gotta go, but we're going to pretty much fuck Keenum's chances of being a Heisman hopeful up. Flush that shit down the fucking toilet like a big fat turd. It's not happening.
Wow.
Captain.
And I'm the guy on the show that cusses a lot.
So, Kevin, tell me, what do you think about Keenum and the Heisman?
No. Nay, nay.
Nice.
Not happening.
Now-
Nothing doing.
No
Negative.
invite?
On to the
no.
Mountain West.
Yes.
Because
On to the Mountain West.
We need to get talking about real football conferences. TC, you look great. Good job.
TC
On to the Pac-12.
Oregon basically played UCLA. Who knows how the fuck UCLA managed to get a fucked up. They just had the fucked up side of the fucking
Well, yeah,
Pac-12.
and I think that had to do with USC being on probation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got the fucked up side of the Pac-12. They got one of their teams was on probation. Another team had a starting grandma as a fuck. It was fucked up.
Right. And
But
we
Rick
talk about a
Neuheisel
football
was-
And
conference
Neuheisel's gone, so
Can we talk about
he
football
can,
conference
he
now?
can take his party somewhere else.
Yes. Now, Let's go. Since George really wants to get to the
I want to get to the Big 12. Well, I want to get to the Big 12 and the SEC because right now, because those are the
skip over to the Big. Let's go to the ACC and eliminate the ACC and Big 10 real quick.
Virginia Tech had an outside shot of trying to crack into the top 3, and maybe there were grumblings about them coming from the 5th slot if they handled Clemson like we all. Well, not we all, but like the procrastinators. What's the word, Jimmy?
I have no idea what the fuck you're trying to say.
Man, the people who fucking sit out there and project
when we
shit.
Film
you
it
people.
Very late at night. So.
I know. Anyway,
prognosticators.
Those.
I think that's what he's.
Leave it to the reasonable one.
Yes.
To pull us through a time.
Anyway, what I'm getting at is people had Virginia Tech, if they would have handled Clemson, had them squeaking up past teams that might have been idle.
Yeah,
well,
that didn't happen.
No,
well,
they got worked.
Yeah, they left their game in Blacksburg.
Yeah. Yeah, they really did. That's and so it looks like Clemson is going to get the automatic bid. Who knows who the fuck they will face? Now,
my guess is probably West Virginia.
Yeah, I'm thinking ACC and Big East should have to face off.
That would probably be a great matchup.
Now,
the Big 10
is some big terribleness because the dude from Michigan State
but they
should
did
be
offer
cut.
the best championship game I thought today.
It was
the most exciting game.
Yeah.
At the end, I think on paper it was LSU. I think it was LSU versus Georgia or Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. What I thought one of those two would have been better.
Those were the more glamour matchups.
Those were the better the conference games. Whoa, they were the conference games of the best. Conferences.
Real quick. Speaking of shows on FX that people.
Why the fuck?
Yes.
Are you not wearing the damn Maryland shirt right now?
Because you didn't get it. That's not my problem. That's your problem.
I think he's
wearing it.
I think I know what show he's talking about.
Right. With all that,
was
do you watch American Horror Story?
No.
Does anyone else out there watch it? Man, that show is money. Anyway, that's us going off on a tangent. Now back to the Big 10. Wisconsin literally squeaked by Michigan State because Michigan State's dummy player ran into the Oscar award-winning punter from Wisconsin. So, and that's how
that was the boneheaded play.
Running into the punter penalty was just 5 yards in game enough.
Tyrone returned it all the way down to the 3. He thought he was the Badger.
Well, I mean, even if not, I mean, in that situation, you just need the ball back. I mean, you need a field goal to tie or a touchdown to win. You can't make a stupid mistake like that.
It was crazy. Now let's move on to the things.
This is the most
that really
to me.
mattered.
This was the most intriguing outcome of the day.
Yes,
because this is where a problem I think is getting created.
We'll start actually with the SEC because the SEC. Yeah, this is why. Okay. Because the SEC, LSU did what they've been doing all year, and they fucked Georgia up.
And Kevin is not a fan of the SEC anymore, by the way.
I'm just sick of it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pull any punches. They have the best teams in college football. There's no doubt about that. But the problem is we'll get to what the problem is. What I think what the problem be. Okay.
Oh, wow. Anyway, what happened is
what had happened was
the SEC title game is played in a neutral site, which is funny because Georgia played in the game and it was played in the Georgia Dome, which is not their home field, but it's in their home state, but it's on a neutral site. That's horseshit. Game needs to be moved to like East Mississippi
or Gainesville or somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. That's horseshit.
Yeah, or Gainesville. That would be great.
LSU looked abysmal in the first half. They didn't have a first down. They had like 8 yards of total offense, and you know what? At the end of the first half, they were down 10 points.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what.
Actually,
at the end of the game,
I believe they were down 3. It was 10-7 because I think he took the punt back in the second quarter to change the momentum.
I was playing on my computer. Anyway, so they were down by 3 points at the half because somebody at the announcer goes, "Can you believe you've ever seen this, Bob?" And Jimmy's like, "No, dummy, he's never seen it."
Well,
it was the first time
Vern
ever.
Lundquist, and it was like in his 92 years. Have you seen that, Vern? And he was like, "No, I can't remember a time."
Right. Vern doesn't remember what he ate for breakfast.
Exactly.
He barely remembers to put his teeth in and eat his prunes.
That's pretty fucking nasty.
Anyway, LSU rattled off 42 points, and let's just say, even in my humble, non-biased opinion, even if they don't win the national title, they win the national title because I don't think there's been a team who's beat the level of opponents that they have in one season.
Yeah, the LSU has fucking run the table. They've had loads of formidable opponents.
How many seniors do they have on their team?
They have only 5 seniors that they're going to be graduating this year. I don't know, but it's a very small amount. But the thing is they did what they had to. They locked up the #1 seed. Okay, and that's that. So the question that comes into hand:
Who do they play?
Who do they play? Do they play Alabama, who was sitting idle at #2, and they've already beaten Alabama? And everybody can say, "Oh, Alabama missed field goals." Whatever.
Alabama played the game at home.
They played the game at home. You
don't have an excuse.
And they lost. Okay.
Hey, if they would have went and spent more money on a kicker, they might have won the game.
Right. Now, you got Oklahoma State that's sitting at #3 in the BCS. And prior to going into the Big 12 championship today, they played a number 10 ranked Oklahoma team on a neutral site as well, and beat the holy living dog shit out of them.
44-10, shorty.
Yeah, the Sooner Schooner didn't show up.
Me, I don't care who LSU plays because I think they'd beat Alabama again. I want to see them play Oklahoma State.
I want to see them play Oklahoma State. I think, I mean, look at the strength of schedule. It's, Oklahoma State beat Baylor. They beat Texas.
And Baylor gave Texas the
They
business.
beat all these other teams that had stronger strength of schedules than themselves. I mean, they beat some really good opponents, four or five ranked opponents during the course of the year, and then they ended the season beating Oklahoma.
Well, we'll find out Sunday night.
I mean, I agree with you guys. I think Oklahoma State plays an exciting brand of football. I mean, with the offense and all, but just in my humble opinion, I believe it's going to be Alabama and LSU.
No one cares about your opinion. Okay, thanks.
It's probably true.
Yeah, I agree with Jimmy. I think they will play Alabama again, and I think that Alabama.
I think
will find a way
Alabama's
to beat them.
going to win. I believe
if
too.
that happens. I'm sorry to tell you that, Drew. But you know what? They can still be the champions in your mind.
They are.
Them and the fucking honey
Hey,
badger.
you know what? Don't worry. Don't feel bad because you know what? The Miami Hurricanes are still the champions in my eyes, and let me tell you, they're a pitiful team.
Did he say Miami Hurricanes?
Wow, that was unneeded, unwanted, and never needs to be heard again.
Yes.
Thanks.
Now.